Hello everyone, it's ProfeshTrader, and I got another Forex tip for you. We're going to discuss hedging, and I have a quick story for that with one of my students. But like I said, well, hedging, what we're doing at this point, let's say, now the market, the Euro USD is not moving right now, and the pound dollar is not moving right now. It's about Eastern time, I would say 5:10. Okay, so at 5:10 is not moving currently. Okay, and what I mean is not moving. It is moving at a molecular level. This is the 1 minute chart. So this usually moves, back and forth, very fast. You see the candles? But we're on the, let's say we're on the 1 hour. Let's say you place in, let's go ahead and place in a buy. All right. All right. Now I want it to go down, right? So I can show you this, because we're just jumping in. This is a demo account, Joe Blow. And here's what happened. We give it some time to go down, and let me go to the trade down here. All right, so oops. There we go. All right, so let me allow you to make sure you can see over here. Perfect. Now this is the ECN account, so it has a little commission right there, but pay that no mind. All right, so a hedge is when you put a buy. It's like hedging, protection. All right, you be able to protect. Now there's a way for you to, it's used as a defense, and there's a way to use it as an offense. Now I'll show you how to be offensive with it, but first let's talk about defense. Okay, now here's what I mean by that. I had a student, okay, and he has just started. He literally was on his demo for about a month, and of course he had a, and I told him what to do. So the first thing you do is put like $5,000 in a demo, educational purposes only, and just first get a feel for the yellow brick road. Follow yellow brick road, right? Okay. Then I said, now what you do is lose it all. Lose the whole $5,000, and then you're going to gain it back. Then work to gain it back. So he actually did that on the demo. Okay? And he was scalping, doing a weekly pivot, taking the cross of the yellow brick road in the red, took a couple breakouts. He lost it on purpose, trading crazy volume, and then got it back. Okay, and then he was like, he was feeling good about his trading and what he knows. So he said, man, I'm ready to go live. So I said, hey, if I were you, I would go very small. So that's what I told him. I said, go about 10. I said, go about $10 and see if you can take $10 and grow that. Then it'll be all profit. Now you have to be patient, because you're gonna be trading at very low volume, what you're supposed to, which is about 10 cents. So he was like, okay, cool. Well, he took a position. And I told him, I guess he decided to hedge it. Now, this is his first experience. He only knows the concept. Well, he thought he knew the concept of hedging, but then what he did was, all right. So he had a buy and a sell. Same volume. So we're balanced. So what does that mean? We have good margin level percentage. All right. What that means is, for the most part, these trades are locked in. Okay, so there's a negative balance. Now we do have a commission, so that adds to it, but it's okay because the market's not really moving. But the point is, when you have a buy and a sell, and they're both even, depending on how far they are apart, that negative is basically locked in. So it doesn't matter if the market shoots up all the way up here. Guess what? Same negative balance. If it shoots all the way down here, guess what? Same negative balance. So what does that mean? That means the third position. That means you leave these two alone. The third position is, first of all, step back and say, okay, how many pips do I need to balance it out? Meaning get it back to zero, and then be able to close everything out and not lose, right? So the closer these are together, the better. When they're very far apart, you basically, it's going to be difficult, but you can do it. The third position is going to be a scalp. You're going to scalp your way out of it. I haven't talked about scalping yet, but you will, so make sure you be on the lookout for that video. A scalp is you're in and out. You're getting, when you get in profit, you take it. I like to take maybe 1 or 2 pips on my scalps. Okay? So, let's say, so this is really easy to get out of this. They're very close together. His was, he had a position in profit for $17 and had a negative for like 20, I think, $20, around there. So here's what he did. Please try to imagine. He saw 1 in profit. So what happens usually is you'll have 1 in profit, you'll have 1 trade in profit, and then 1 in the negative. So his was a profit of 17, so he got excited. Here's what he did. Please hear me. Please hear me. Educational purposes only, for your own demo account or whatever you're doing. If you're a beginner, please listen. Here's what he did. He took the profit on the I don't know if it was a sell or buy, but let's just say it was a sell. He took the profit. I said, and I heard, and he was sitting right beside me, and I heard the bloop, like when you close it out. Let's see if we get the sound. Okay, that's what I heard. I said, wait a minute, I just told you to hold those in and do a third position. He said, what? I just had to take that $17. I said, oh man, you're in trouble, man. Because what that does is, see, here's what happens. Let's say you took that profit and you have that buy. So now the balance increases, but what is important? This equity, this and this is important, because when this gets to 50%, the broker starts closing out your trades because they're not going to lose their money. Okay? So let's say the market keeps going down and you have this buy and the market just keeps going down, down, down. This will stay the same. This will get lower. This will get lower. And guess what? It's like there's no floor. And it all comes crumbling down. Keep your floor, keep your ceiling. Keep your floor, keep your ceiling, and then work your way out and bring it back to balance, to zero. So what happened was he closed down that trade in profit, and the other one kept growing, kept growing. His negative was growing, 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 and he tried to hedge it at the last minute. So now there was a huge space in between. That's very hard to get out of, okay? It's a very hard hedge. Now, it's possible, but it's very difficult. He made it harder on himself. Okay, so then the next morning what he did was he tried to, and this is the thing, I told him to scalp his way out of it. So here's what he did. He said, okay, so he put it, so they were spread apart, maybe about, I don't know how many pips, but it was a good distance. So he tried to hedge it again. He put in another sell. Now, like I said, please understand these aren't really, it's not really realistic right here because the market's not moving much. But that's what he did, right? And then he tried to put in a position on the direction. So he assessed the market to see which direction and then go to sleep. So he put a long position in. Now he could have got lucky. He could have got lucky and won, but he didn't. He actually ended up picking the right direction, but the market went against him first, knocked him out, blout, blout, and then went in the direction that he picked. Guess what? He woke up with a zero or all his money gone, zero balance. Okay? So you have to do it correctly. You have to leave your first 2 trades in there. In the hedging, you leave your first 2 trades, then scalp your way out until you get back into at least zero, maybe even profit. But understand that's where he messed up. So it's very important. Now, in the next video, I wanted to reiterate that because since he did that, that's something, if you get really good at hedging, you can be a good trader because it's hard to lose. It's hard to lose. If you know how to hedge and you know how to have good defense, it's hard to lose. Now, like I said, that is a process. It's simple, not necessarily easy. It's going to take time, so be very patient, okay? So it's ProfeshTrader signing off. I wanted to make another video about hedging. It's very important, okay? If you like the material, please email me at ProfeshTrader1@gmail.com. Very passionate about teaching this. It's free, all right? I'm giving it out there. If you want to check out more about our PAM account at Pamsters, check out pamsters.com. Also, I'm going to give the link if you want to manually trade. I'm going to give you my link in our broker. I have a video about the broker and why I like the broker. And I'll leave that link in the description box as well. So I'm going to make some more videos. I'm feeling good today. The weather is very humid where I am, so I'm staying inside right now, okay? So ProfeshTrader signing off. Have a great day. Happy trading.